we're getting ready to head off this trail and about to give up. And I just spotted our first snake of the night. Tell me if you see it. It's not something I see too often. They're super fast too. Very fast moving. Large spiders, but there we go. Hopefully it's a little chiller than they typically are since it's dark out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Believe it or not, I am in South Florida right now, and I'm actually out with my dad, and we're gonna be walking around just trying to find some snakes out here in the Everglades, in a spot we've been to before. Just walking some trails as it starts to get dark. Hopefully we can get some snakes crossing. Who knows what else? I've already seen some deer. We got some storms brewing in the distance, which is always good to stir up some snake movement. So fingers crossed it works out, and we'll keep walking the trail and see how it goes. Is that a snake? I'm not too sure. No, it is not. Faked me out. Damn it. All right, got our first herp of the night, and it looks to be a little Cuban tree frog. Oh, and he's gone. Got another decent size Cuban tree frog, invasive species here in Florida, just about everywhere in South Florida. And these guys get pretty big and prey on just about anything that they can fit in their mouth. I like the bullfrogs of the arboreal tree dwelling world. All right, super common find right here, if I can get my camera to focus on it. But little brown anole, Caribbean anole, they go by many names. Anolis segrii, lots and lots of these guys here in South Florida. Little transplants from the Caribbean, and these kind of outcompete the green anoles in the area, unfortunately, the native green anoles. And I mean, I guess a positive is that they can be a food source for things like rat snakes and probably multiple other species. But yeah, rat snakes love to eat them for sure. Oh man, we're getting ready to head off this trail and about to give up. And I just spotted our first snake of the night. Tell me if you see it. Or I guess leave a comment, but it is right there on that cypress. Beautiful corn snake, Pantherophis guttatus. Let's try and get a closer look, see if I can get it in hand real quick without stepping on a cottonmouth. Just making sure there's no cottonmouths down here. All right. Ooh, nice looking little corny corn. Little corn ball. There we go. Very nice. Might need to turn down my headlamp a bit here. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but ooh, he's freaking out a little bit. Totally warranted. Let's get him out of these weeds here. Take a look at him real quick. You gonna bite me, buddy? Nice. Woo! Definitely one of the more common residents of this area. Almost lost him there. Oh my god, he's being so weird right now. There we go. Gorgeous little corn snake. And there he goes, biting me. Something big in the woods right here, I'm hearing. You hear it? I don't know, something's moving around in the woods a bit. Not sure what it is. A lot of bobcats in this area, so. Panther, yeah. Could be. Good looking little corn snake though. This one's probably maybe 2 years old. Definitely not a baby. And definitely not an adult. Not quite. But these guys will get a good 3 feet or so. Of course, everybody knows corn's very common in the pet trade. And very common in the wild in Florida. But of course, people in other states, especially in the central and western United States, do not get to see corn snakes really. So here you go. Good looking little corn snake, also known as the red rat snake. And at this size, he's probably primarily eating little brown anoles and green anoles, sleeping up in the trees, especially at night. That's why he's out active, moving around. But here's your quick look. And then we're gonna get him back in his, or on his tree, I should say, so he can get back to hunting. Let's put him back. Hopefully I don't bust my ass. All right, oh, here we go. Amazing climbers too, semi-arboreal snakes. They're just so good at what they do. Look at him go. Effortlessly. Cool. Well, that's a good sign. Snakes are definitely out then, if this guy's out cruising around. So let's see, maybe we can get a yellow rat snake or something even cooler. Oh, we got a native lizard for the night right there. Nice sized. Looks like a male green anole. Pretty common, but not quite as common as those invasive Caribbean anoles that we saw earlier. Just passed out, and this is what that corn snake's going to be hunting. These and the brown anoles. All right, I'm going to see if I could sneak up on him right here. I'm actually going to wait for my dad to come over, take a look at him in case he does spook. But we got a black racer right there on that branch, just crawled up. You see him? It might be Everglades racer. Down near Miami, we have Everglades racers, which are like a subspecies of the black racer. This may very well be one. Not sure. Yeah, very gray compared to your typical black racer. Let me see if I can get up close to him though. Preferably without falling into the swamp. There we go. Hopefully he's a little chiller than they typically are since it's dark out. He's like wanting to bite, but he's not sure where to bite. He's striking at nothing right now. Ow, okay. He found my hand. Let me adjust my lamp really quick. Here we go. Oh, he's actually very pretty. It's a really good looking racer right there. Dude is literally just striking at the air. So these are diurnal, meaning daytime hunting species, daytime active species. So he's pretty confused right now. He's not too sure what's going on. They don't have great eyesight for the nighttime, at least. They have great eyesight overall compared to your typical snake. Great visual hunters, but he's definitely a little confused. My light shining at his face probably isn't helping. I'm gonna put him back here in a minute, but I wanted to give you guys a close-up shot at what might be an Everglades racer, if not definitely a southern black racer. Great, nice looking kind of gray slate color on him versus the typical darker black racer. He's being so funny right now. Great looking snake though. Let's get him back back in his little spot. I'm sure he'll just disappear onto the ground. Not what I was expecting to see necessarily. Don't bite me in the face, please. All right, there he goes. Cool. Snake number 2. Haven't been out here super long, maybe 40, 50 minutes. 2 snakes down, plenty of frogs, some lizards. Let's see if we can land another before we get back on the road and start cruising to try and switch it up a bit, but not too bad. I lost him. There he is.
I don't like how he's not on that fucking armadillo.
Big old armadillo right there. Damn. So I'm just outside of my parents' house this morning. If you look right there, we got a good sized adult Curlytail Lizard. I believe that these originally come from the Bahamas or somewhere in the Caribbean, but there's tons of them here. They're pretty much everywhere at South Florida at this point. They've been here since I was a kid, long time, just like iguanas. And these are primarily insectivores, although I have seen them eating like rotting fruits and things like that that fall on the ground. They're basically part of Florida at this point, like many invasive and non-natives. I guess they're here to stay, but definitely competing with native species, unfortunately, which I guess would classify them as invasive or harmful towards native species. Very fast lizards though, they do not let you get anywhere close. And of course they get the name Curlytail from that swirly looking tail, how it curves back to their body. All right, so as you guys know, I'm in South Florida right now, and what is there a lot of in South Florida? It's invasive species. And right here on this tree in a neighborhood that I was walking around in, got a big Nidol, Cuban Nidol, and of course Cuban native. These guys will eat literally anything: bird eggs, reptile eggs, smaller lizards, snakes. I mean, I've heard of them eating some crazy stuff. I'm gonna see if I can catch it though, see if we can get it in hand for you guys. There's also a brown Nidol right there. But yeah, big Nidol here on the tree. I'm gonna try not to scare it. See if I can sneak up on it real quick. It's gonna be tough because he's already looking at us, but I'll give it a go. See, right there on the tree. It's gonna be tough to do at this angle. Maybe if no, that side's not gonna be any better. We're just gonna have to see if he'll give us a chance here. Oh, I missed him, damn it. Oh, where'd he go? I don't see him. Okay, I guess he teleported then. What in the world? I'm so confused. Did he go down? Back out looking for Nidols again. And I found this bright green, healthy, adult North American gray Nidol. I thought it may have been a Hispaniolan gray Nidol, which is another invasive that is thriving currently in this very area. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked if they were in this neighborhood, but this appears to be just a native North American gray Nidol. The Hispaniolans get quite a bit bigger. Oh, look at him bobbing his head for me. I don't know if he's doing that to me or like another lizard he sees nearby. But the Hispaniolans get quite a bit bigger, not as big as Nidols. But good to see these guys around on occasion. Look at that bright orange-red dewlap on his neck there. Showing off to the ladies and probably telling me to get away. In contrast to that green Nidol we just saw, we have an invasive brown Nidol right here. We did see these the other day. The most common lizard we have here in South Florida by far. And of course, as I mentioned previously, not a native species. This is a good sized adult male. They can get a bit bigger and they will develop a kind of crest that runs along the top of their body that the dominant males of the area will get. The ones that have all the territory and the females. We got invasive lizard number 3 right here in the last like 10 minutes. Big male curly-tailed lizard. Right there, big healthy male. Actually, invasive number 3, brown Nidol, Nidol, and Curlytail. Let me see if I can grab him actually. Damn, he's already gone. Super alert lizards, especially in the heat of the day like this. Brown basilisks right here, 2 of them. Yes, Jesus lizards, the ones that run on water. They're all over the neighborhood. Sorry I'm so winded. Been running and pretty out of shape. But man, these invasives are hard to get a hold of. Can't even get near them, but they're everywhere. All right, another night out here doing some exploring behind my parents' house. We got a little Cuban tree frog, actually pretty good size. Still in the backyard right now. Haven't even left the yard. But their house borders the Everglades right behind it. So they get all kinds of creatures just right in the backyard like this. Look at this guy. As I mentioned previously though, these are invasive and eat just about anything they can fit in their mouths. So they're little monsters. They actually get quite a bit bigger than that too. All right, well, let's keep walking. See if any snakes are out on the move. And we got another Cuban. right there. Hunting some bugs. You gonna jump, buddy? He's got an interesting, like, almost leopard pattern on his back there. You'll see them come in a couple different looks. You got this one. You got your like grayish brown ones. Not really sure why or what distinguishes the different patterns or color variations of these. But yeah, we'll probably see plenty of those over the next few days as we get out herping. I think, let's see, in a couple days, probably gonna head down to the Everglades. Well, we're in the Everglades right now technically, but we'll probably head down. Oh, look at that. I think that's a little squirrel tree frog, actually. It's definitely not a Cuban. Look how green he is. Pretty little dude. Hey, buddy. Very pretty. These, unlike the Cubans, are actually native. What was I saying? So we're gonna be going down south to the Miami area, and I think we may be looking for chameleons actually. And then, you know, some of your typical targets in South Florida, mud snake, Brooks king snakes, pythons potentially, and so on. But a lot of cool stuff we could see down there. We may see some cool stuff tonight. Who knows? If you're watching this, we probably did. Actually, here's another squirrel, slightly bigger one. But they're much smaller than the Cubans. So we'll be down there in the next few days, and I'm going to be meeting up with some new herp friends, and we'll see how we do. And as always, fingers crossed, hopefully it pans out and we see some cool critters. I actually don't see these too often out here in the Everglades, but just spotted on the other underside of this palmetto leaf a pretty large huntsman spider. Actually, they do commonly get this large, but it's not something I see too often. They're super fast too, very fast moving, large spiders. But though intimidating because of their size, they're actually not dangerous at all. Their venom is quite mild, nothing like the venom of your Brazilian wandering spider from Central and South America or anything like that. But pretty big. Kind of cool to see. I've seen very few that large actually down here in South Florida. In other places, they achieve that kind of size much more frequently, it seems, like other parts of the country. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't had enough luck to see the big ones, but that's cool. No snakes yet. Still scanning these tree lines and walking down this path out here on the edge of the Everglades. And maybe we'll land a snake. If not, we always got our trip further down south in the next couple days. So if you don't see anything else, see you guys in a few days. It's kind of interesting because I actually haven't seen any gators yet tonight. Typically walking around along this canal, I'll see like 10. I hadn't seen any until just now as I'm getting ready to be done. Got a little baby right here hanging out under a lily pad, and then a larger one that actually just went down right across the canal there, maybe 3 or 4 feet in length. But yeah, there's just a little guy right here, not newly hatched. He's probably a year or so old, 1 to 2 years if I had to guess, but not huge. If he's around, I'm sure there's some other little ones, maybe some of his clutch mates, and I'd imagine there's a big one lurking somewhere. I'd rather not find out, especially not slipping and falling in off these rocks. But I'm gonna call it a night. Pretty much back to the house now. No snakes, unfortunately. I thought that might be the case, even though the weather's pretty solid. This area that I'm walking around can be kind of hit or miss. So, well, I'll see you guys in a few days, and we'll get back after it, and then hopefully have a bit better luck. So, all right, guys, that's it for me this episode. If you enjoyed this kind of content and you want to see some similar stuff, check this out right here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel for future uploads, click this right here. But I'll see you guys next time.